Welcome back to the Queensland Murray Carnival on Field 5. And we have two teams on the field, Toowoomba Tiddas and the Country Tiddas. This is the girls under 14 age group. And both expected to play a pretty good game of rugby league here for us. I'm Warren Boland, and with me is Nathan Blacklock. And just waiting for these two teams to shake hands and get underway. So it's Toowoomba Tiddas moving to the left as we look at them in the mainly dark blues and purples, and in the mainly pink colours it's Country Tiddas on the right as we look at them. So Country Tiddas about to kick off and Toowoomba Tiddas to receive. Plenty of rivalry between these two?
I would say so. They, like you said, they all know each other. And yeah, she's going to be both good sides have been playing very well throughout the carnival. So the first time they've met today, and let's just hope we see a good game.
Yes, indeed. In the distance, there's a few darker clouds, but I think we're going to be dry and good for this game. There's the siren. So Country Tiddas kick off. And ball skidding across field and bouncing awkwardly, and finally picked up there by Mila Murray. I should say no, that was Mission Maxwell picking that up. And they've got a number of good players, Toowoomba Tiddas. I watched them in action earlier. Pass up on the shoulder, well caught. And to play it now, Michaela Maramoa. Just a little bit flat-footed now as Josie Hollis tries to get a couple of runners off her left shoulder. The sun shining brightly from the west, but in the distance, those dark clouds. And straightening it up towards halfway here is Ivor Newby. And back for the kick, giving her plenty of time, and a little bit of breeze behind this kick. Could bounce awkwardly here. Chase is coming through. It's almost anybody's ball. Josie Hollis was there. It went past her, but that's gathered on the last tackle. No knock-on involved. It's just a handover.
Not a bad chase there, was there? Good spiraling kick up.
Well, once it's allowed to bounce, anything can happen. So now Country Tiddas move it too wide, and a strong run from Summer Lang. Just showing the ball inside, and Ali Engel getting it on the outside. It looks like a Kia Turner. Magnificent complex, this South Pine Sporting Complex. It goes for acres, and there's so many sports represented over the far side. There's 5 rugby league fields we're playing on here, rugby league or rugby union fields. There's a cricket ground, Albany Creek Cricket Club, soccer, netball, and lots and lots of activity here, I'm sure, on weekends. As a kick through from Country Tiddas, bounces and again gathered in calmly. That was well done by Mission Maxwell. No pressure, a bit of pressure on her, and she didn't panic. Just a little flat-footed once more, but here's a good run from Damita Tapau, cutting back across the ruck towards open space. Still a tackle up their sleeve, but they're just a little bit hesitant here at the moment. Need a little more direction to Toowoomba Tiddas. And the ball, Country Tiddas have come up with the ball. The referee's not sure what happened. I'm not sure what happened. I think he's called to the touch judge. Was there a strip? That's the call. I think everyone was a little uncertain of how the ball ended up on the ground on that occasion. He had to make a decision.
Yeah, she was a 1-on-1 strip. Sometimes in the confusion of things, the referee's been refereeing hundreds of games all day, and been a long day for the guys. So as you see a kick for touch, actually stay infield.
Yeah, well, I think the aim was for touch, but it didn't go anywhere near that. And to bring it back is Ali Engel. And she pushes one off, and she's looking good here, moving very nicely. Is Eagle, I should say, Ali Eagle. Now, heading across field is Sabrina Wacho, up to halfway. Yeah, I don't think that was a great idea to kick for the far touchline. The breeze is kind of blowing diagonally across the ground, but that was always going to be pretty much into the breeze. And in fact, maybe the breeze is blowing straight across the ground towards our commentary position.
No, exactly right. Kicking it straight into the breeze, and unfortunately the breeze pushed that ball right back to the centre of the field.
And injured foot for Kia Turner. She's hobbling, but she's trying to play on. A number of players already out of this game for Toowoomba, Tiddas, Bree Dowdle and Larissa Hero and Summer Powell have been injured. Tia Nagus is out of the country Tiddas team. Of course, playing repeated games in consecutive days makes it very difficult to keep the full squad fit and healthy. That's a good run for Toowoomba Tiddas by Mission Maxwell again. And now Amber Spicer, the captain. Hollis, wide pass. Straightening it up is Aisha Yakapo Maori. Fifth tackle. What will they do here? A kick to the far left-hand side, and it's gathered in nicely for Country Tiddas. I really think the better option was to run it. They had numbers there, and no one had moved up on the right-hand side in defence for Country Tiddas. They could easily have run the ball. Here's a good run for Country Tiddas. Looks like Elia Lumsden.
Yeah, no, they sort of held back, didn't they? Bit of a let-off there for the Country Tiddas.
Well, it would have been a good, more awareness. It could easily be a try-scoring opportunity. Instead, the kick just handed over possession, as it turned out. And away goes Ali Eagle again.
Yeah,
good runner.
She's been running the ball as a halfback. She's been doing a lot of the hit-offs of late in this game, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's a running halfback, and she weaves in and out of the defenders. Here's a good run too. They're starting to make an impression here. It was Nevaeh Horsewood, but the pass is knocked down.
Oh, it's knocked forward.
And
just pushed up past, didn't she? But no.
So what is the decision here? Is it
I think
offside, is it?
Oh, yeah, no, Toowoomba Tiddas had knocked the ball forward when she tried to offload it.
Okay,
so a bit of a knock on, yeah.
It's just it's a scrum feed to Country Tiddas. Thought the referee was signalling penalty there rather than just scrum feed. So
you get that confused, don't you?
The girl we just mentioned, Ali Eagle, E-G-E-L, is going to feed this scrum. She's one to watch. She's already put in a couple of really good runs. She wants to organise the back rowers' feet so that it's a good, successful scrum feed, and they win it, as you'd expect. Emily Wortley goes for a bit of a run. And the defence comes in quickly on top of Jamilia Langton. And the marker moves forward quickly there again, and it was Hollis, and there she is to make the tackle, coming from the inside aggressively. So they're not making too much progress here, Country Tiddas, and now they make the mistake. So down it goes, and here comes Maramoa. Maramoa still finally flung to ground. Tarrant.
Tarrant, very small little girl, ball to the ground.
And she's looking to go.
She's going again. She's got that grip on the jersey, hasn't she?
She's playing above her weight with enthusiasm. And a knock-on. Yes, it is a knock-on. So both teams just a little nervous here early on. I think there's a lot of excitement. You could feel the two teams really revving each other up at the start and haven't quite got into their game yet.
Yeah, I think with the injection of young, of our... is it the 10? Oh, sorry, maybe the young girl that in the front row. I might have just brought her on. Morris.
Oh, Savannah Morris. Has she just come on?
She just come on, and she's always,
she played brings played well
on.
Earlier, didn't she?
Yeah.
Savannah Morris. One to watch the number 15 with the long.
They just need someone to bring that energy on and start running through the line, not out the line. So.
Yeah, she was impressive earlier in the day. We'll see if she can repeat the performance. But yeah, I was just talking to the coaches before the game, just checking over the team list, and you can tell even the coaches are up for this one.
Oh, yeah, two good sides.
So They bring it back towards centre. And taking the run was Chloe Blair. Now Spicer.
Oh, nice tackle. Might have.
And forced the error. No, I thought, oh no, the referee says play on. Hollis feeds it and running hard. That's Morris. And taking off on the back of that good run was the dummy half, Leilun.
No, numbers out wide. She steps off the left.
Had the overlap, but she came back into them. They've got numbers on the left still if they want to use them. Pass might be play on. It still is play on.
The old mousetrap. I love that.
They did it earlier too. One of their stock moves. How they go on the left-hand side. Attempted kick. Down it goes over the sideline. Who is it off? That's a big question. It was a little bit clumsy, but importantly, it looks as if the Country Tiddas are going to get the possession. That was an attempted kick on the far side, which wasn't very successful. So they really didn't take full advantage of the chance there.
No. Yeah, disappointing, isn't it? They had the opportunity out wide, as we see the ball spread wide here from the Country Tiddas.
Oh, great tackle, one-on-one,
tackle.
ball and all. What a beauty that was. And I'll catch up with the name of the tackler in just a moment, but she chases across field and makes another one.
I think that was our mate, Mission Maxwell.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Maxwell, the number 11. 2 in a row, and she covers from the inside here, but good step, goes in a different direction. But they're hard-pressed to get out of their own territory here. That's Langton playing it. And now kicking into the wind, and it takes a good bounce, though, so some good ground gained by that kick. But now it's a chance for Jacopo Maori.
Oh, there's a number 2 again. In Lokai, Tarrant, very well chased. Oh!
No one at dummy half close enough. And will the referee allow it?
Oh, she just knocked it on as she went to grab it.
Well, there was no one at dummy half. It was played back and the ball was there and behind the ruck, and the marker came around, dived on it, but it must have been a slight knock on. So just a fraction scrappy at the moment from both teams. And coming over to this scrum is Arishma Keppel, the number 18 for Toowoomba Tiddas. Just repeating, Toowoomba Tiddas on the left as we look at this field number 5, and Country Tiddas, their opponents, in the mainly pink colours on the right-hand side as we look at them. No points on the board, and that's relatively unusual, to be honest, after 11 minutes of play at the Queensland Murray Carnival. Often there's been a couple of tries scored by now. So these two teams matching each other for defence and intensity. Calling for it is Amber Spicer, accelerating through the line. And now long pass from Sutton. And out there is Ivan Newby. Hollis on the right-hand side of the ruck, calling for the ball to come her way. Spicer again goes to the line. They need a quick play the ball here. Pretty quick it was. Hollis has got it. Hollis is running, going all the way to the line before she delivers a pass. But in the end, it was out in front, and that was Morris who couldn't take the pass. It was right up in her face. It was so delayed by Hollis that I think it almost caused a problem for her own teammate.
Yeah, it did, yeah. Unfortunately. Another let off for the Country Tiddas.
Well, I think Hollis might have been using the fact that Morris was outside her as a bit of a decoy and thought that they might go for Morris and that it might open up for her, but finally she threw the pass. Anyway, change of possession. Country Tiddas in possession now.
Oh, nice.
There's a good tackle. Cameron put on a back. And I think this is Lumsden. She plays it back. They're just a bit slow here on the play the balls, the Country Tiddas team. Not generating any real momentum. And Hollis makes the tackle, and a bit of a scragging tackle on Wortley. Pulls a jersey up towards her head. Overrunning it, leaving it behind was Horswood.
Oh.
And more aggressive tackling. And chase here too from Lene, the vice captain.
Oh, what a take. Oh, she's in there again, the two. Look, I'm pretty impressed with her defence. She's just chases, doesn't she? The young girl, just for a size.
Yeah, she's half the size, but she's got plenty of ticker. That's Lakia Tarrant. She goes back to the left wing.
Here she goes.
Oh, here's Morris, straight through. Straight through goes Savannah Morris. She's heading for the post, and she'll make sure she places it down. She does.
She's done it again.
Savannah Morris, really just, she's a cut above, isn't she? She's got a bit of size, but she's got acceleration, and somehow they just can't tackle it. She just punctures the line every time she has a crack.
And she actually runs at spaces, not faces, and she's very quick, and the attempted tackles were unfortunate because the line was broken, and she just put her head down and ran, and that's what you need. You just need to run. And she's done that previously over the last couple of days, and especially today, a few games. And, yeah, she's really the one to open up the scoring. She brings a lot of energy, so because of her runs, they're now going to get that momentum shift, and you're going to see a bit more energy come from these young girls because of it.
I like that. Run at spaces, not faces. Is that something a coach in your history said to you? Or did you make up that one yourself?
I heard that as a bit older, as I got older, run the spaces, not faces.
So this kick being attempted by Hannah Sutton. And that's a clean kick. And the flags are up. And the 6 points are on the board. First scorers in the match, Toowoomba Tiddas. Morris, the try scorer, and Sutton converting. But it's been a while coming. So it took really Morris just individually there to make the difference. I suppose we could say that Toowoomba have had the upper hand when it came to territory.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right.
They've had a couple of chances out there wide on, well, in a number of, out on the left certainly, but also in the middle.
Kick.
Over the top. It's going to find touch.
Wow.
So that it will be possession for Country Tiddas from the kickoff, which was just good enough. Pushed probably by that breeze a little bit over the top of the outstretched fingers. Finds touch, and that's automatically the kicker's ball.
Let's just hope they could just hold this ball for a set of 6. No handling errors.
So Wortley played the ball, and now there's a jersey that we haven't got the number for, the number 32. I'll have to check that at half-time. A substitute jersey, obviously a damaged jersey, has been replaced with that black number 32 jersey. So it's with Neve Horswood, takes another tap. And on the charge and almost going through. Number of tacklers grabbing a second attempt through the legs of the dummy half, and that's a bit frustrating. I don't quite understand it, to be honest. It went backwards, didn't it?
Yeah, just roll straight through the legs, yeah.
So I don't quite see why that should be ruled a knock-on, but it's the sort of thing that often happens in rugby league these days. What you think just looks like a fumble backwards, sometimes it's still called a knock-on. It's almost as if a mistake is enough. Maybe there was something else involved.
Yeah.
So Toowoomba Tiddas, one of the first times they've really had to defend on their own 20, but it didn't last very long. There was a couple of penalties went against them, but they're safe and bringing it back downfield now. Hollis gets it out to one of her forwards, and she plummets forward a few more metres. And that was Keppel. Oh, great hit. Excellent tackle.
Very good hit.
Might have been Watcho with that big tackle. And they're going across field. They're running away from Watcho, making sure they don't get lined up by her again. Hollis with a kick. It's going to bounce, and that spells trouble. If you can get to these on the full, it's going to make your life a lot easier at fullback. This is Dempsey McDonald. Plays it back. So it's still a very even contest, this.
I'm not young. I don't know if she's a young dummy. I know she's a dummy half. This young little dummy half. She's doing her best, but they're just a bit too far away from her. That's a good pass, though. Good run. Look at that. She got the ball on the run then, which caused her to make that ground.
And that was Indy with the run.
Yeah. So catching the ball on the run makes a bigger difference than how they've been receiving it. Well done by young Eggle.
Yeah, we saw her earlier in another good run. Oh, the pass, not a bad idea. Wasn't quite there to be caught. The players following her need to know that she will offload because she's cutting them to pieces when she does run. And that's knocked on. The pass wasn't a good one.
Bit of frustration's kicked in there by her, I think.
Horsewood found that pass just floating beyond her fingertips. Couldn't pull it in. So it's Toowoomba Tiddas back in possession. Country Tiddas have to do some more tackling. The fullback, or if she is playing fullback, Dempsey McDonald is right up in the line at the moment. There's no fullback behind. So an opportunity. Oh, come on, you can't do that. Sure. The referee says, well, maybe she passed it directly into her, but she was just walking back on side through the...
Dawdling back, wasn't she?
Yeah, lingering. Oh, almost intercepted there. Play on, 6 more tackles. It's with Lily Wilson. So still not playing any fullback, the Country Tiddas. They're all up in the front line. And going for a run is Kayleen Walsh. So the interchange is being made now for Toowoomba Tiddas. Hollis is still out there. And she swung heavily to ground. In AFL, that'll be a penalty. Not allowed to swing them to the ground in AFL, but in rugby league, well, it is tackle. And no way through there. Played back again by Wilson. And now
good
Walsh.
Contact.
So these two both taking plenty of hit-ups in this particular set. Kick across field. Bounces awkwardly. It's a chance here. Will it go over the dead ball line? It does.
Oh, the bounce of the ball. It looked really good, didn't it?
Well, that kick hooked across field. A little bit unorthodox, but kicked by, I think it was Tapau. Damita Tapau with the big boot across field and almost came up with a try.
That's a good run. The energy, you can just see unfortunately, the Country Tiddas is all just coming up, dawdling him up, not pushing up with the play, offside to get a bit of a penalty.
Well, they'll get the penalty, but just as they were making that good run with Langton, they on the left-hand side, 2 of the players were about 20 metres behind the play with water bottles. The trainer was there, and there was no one on that left side to take advantage of the overlap. So you've got to be on your toes all the time. There's plenty of water being drunk at the moment. So Ali Eggle will take the tap. Bit of a hold up here. And there's Kiamya Williams. She's one of the biggest girls on the field, the number 32. She's a giant. Oh, the ball.
She's just playing that ball too quick. I don't know, she's really kicking it back too hard. She just got to just tap it with her foot. And and it's the young one. I thought she might have realised the first time to stand back a little bit further.
Yeah, it's frustrating to see it heel back just too forcefully, and she couldn't hang on to it. So Lakia Tarrant runs across from the left wing to go to halfback for this scrum, and there's just a little bit of confusion as to who's where. And now Amelie Wortley with the 6 on her back. She goes into the scrum. So who's out of the scrum? One of them is Horswood, the number 13.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're defending. And it's, whoa, good defence too with Lavea Duncan. And on the wrong end of that was Lily Wilson. We're getting fairly deep into this first half now.
Oh, a bit of frustration there by Eagle, unfortunately. She's a bit frustrated.
Well, only another minute or so to go in this first half. And after that earlier one, I think I'd be taking the tap here rather than kicking for touch. And they will. Here's Morris. Look out. Danger bells have to start ringing. On the halfway. Hollis loses it. Went backwards. It's not allowed play on. I thought it might have been ruled backwards, but we'll go with the referee on that one. So, second tackle and loss of possession.
Yeah. It's just, they might have time to pack the scrum and get 1 or 2 tackles in.
Now, I watched the spelling program on TV last night.
Yeah.
And one of the words, it had a bit of a sporting flavour to it at one stage, and you had to spell the word possession.
Possession, oh.
And I thought this will be easy, and the guy got it wrong.
Oh,
so
it was a P-O-S-S-E-I... P-O-S-S-E-S-I-O-N?
Close, but no, you're wrong. They're both double S's.
Oh, both? Oh, P-O-double-S.
E-double-S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Oh, possession.
So
yeah.
We'll have another quiz question in the second half.
We will, anyone listening out there. The spelling bee comp.
But at half time, it's the Toowoomba Tiddas leading Country Tiddas 6 points to 0. 1 try to Savannah Morris, and it was converted by Sutton. 6 points to 0 at the break. And really, still anybody's game.
Oh, yeah.
Country Tiddas will have the breeze in the second half. That might help just a little bit. So we look forward to the second half and see who can step up here. An important match in the girls under 14 here at the Queensland Murray Carnival. ready for the second half here at the Queensland Murray Carnival. The second half of this girls under 14 match between Toowoomba Tiddas and Country Tiddas. They've swapped ends, and it'll be Toowoomba Tiddas who are leading 6-0 to kick off once we get the siren. Everything's coordinated across the 5 fields at once, and it's been a very smooth operation, I've got to say. The organisers right on top of keeping the schedule going with so many matches day after day. And there's the sound of the siren, and there's the sound of the referee's whistle.
Oh, look at that. Went 10 metre bounce back. Whoa, what a good kick. Actually, what a good chase.
They got it back. And so Hollis goes to work. Morris well tackled this time. That was a good, strong tackle from Lavea Duncan. Sutton. Straightening up. Is that Hollis again? Yes, Hollis plays it back. Sutton feeds it out to Kayleen Walsh. One of the players in defence fell over, getting back on side. Hollis. Oh, and she was a target outsider.
Young Indy booter, young girl from Tinker, number 18 for the Country Tiddas. Good to see her up here playing. She's
she certainly
well.
copped it there.
Forced a mistake on the next play, so well done.
So Country Tiddas with the football. They're down by a converted try.
Yeah, the number 18 for the Tiddas, young Indy. She's a Tinker Tiger Junior. Moved up here to Queensland now, so good to see she's got opportunities up here with the rugby league, playing in the carnival. We see a great run here by the 13 in Horsewood.
So Indy Buddha would be one to watch then. We'll keep an eye on her as she throws the pass here.
Oh, here we go.
And away they go down the sideline. And as fullback coming across.
Oh, great work.
So good tackle to prevent a try. That's been lost. How many times has that happened?
After a great run, they just little mistakes like that they get a momentum shift, and then all of a sudden it happens, unfortunately.
And I think once again that was Lakia Tarrant.
A little number 2, mate.
Yep. And as she has done before, she comes running in to go to the scrum base here from the wing.
I love her energy. I really love her energy.
Absolutely. So now coming across is Lavea Duncan. She's going to pack into the second row. And now we've got another one. Dempsey McDonald comes over as well. So it is a bit more confusing than it once was who goes into the scrum. You've got to get the numbers right and make sure the right people are in the right place. So it's a Toowoomba Tiddas ball and out wide. Lost on the first tackle. Well, that's disappointing. So it hasn't taken long for Country Tiddas to get another chance, even after that good run down the far side by Tarrant. She lost the ball. But Tiddas not really hitting their stride as yet. Toowoomba Tiddas, that is.
Yeah, love to see him just make a break and hold the ball.
McDonald. Well tackled. And the pass was just a little behind Horsewood, but she keeps it going. And a great defence over there. Is this Tarrant again?
That's yeah. Oh,
a lot of players are being bent backwards in the tackle.
They sure are.
So.
What a great tackle there by the 9 around the legs. That's a better play, the ball from her.
Country Tiddas on the attack. Can they score? Can they level the scores? And can't offload the ball. Williams plays it back. Horsewood puts the kick in.
bounces awkwardly, but well taken. Oh, flying through the air. It was Indy. She just missed her.
Well, someone's been penalised for a high tackle. Indy's would have been high, but I don't think she made contact.
No, she went to dive better. She's not really, how do you put it, gentle, is she? The young girl. As you see, another good hit here from, good tackle from the girls. Well done. Just kick ball spread out wide to our number 11. Number 15, Savannah Morris gets tackled by the girls. And see a mistake at the play the ball by Mission Maxwell. So, bit of bad luck there. But on the other hand, the Country Tiddas get an opportunity again to attack. To complete some points on the board, isn't it?
So I just checked, and the girl packing into the scrum here, number 32 in the black jersey, was wearing number 17, Sunita Gala.
Oh, okay.
So she's out there in a different jersey. And another chance for Country Tiddas. Well, these chances are eventually going to run out. Can they score a try? They're only down by 6 points. Here is Sunita Gala.
It's a very tough game, isn't it? Back and forward, back and forward.
Lumsden at dummy half, out to Eagle. And she's knocked over pretty quickly. Which way will they go? It's left. And long pass out there from Indy Buddha.
They just need to offload the ball.
It's the fifth tackle. Pretty good defensive line in place. And brilliant catch.
What a catch.
Absolutely
what a
superb
tackle.
catch. There's no doubts about that catch. But we've got a problem, an injury. She's back on her feet. It looks like it's going to be okay. The trainer comes across. And that catch might have been taken by Damita Tapau. So here are Toowoomba Tiddas now getting away from their posts, but not going too far forward. And a little bit flat-footed here as well. You want to get over the advantage line.
Good tackle. Straight around the legs by Indy on the front rower there. See the ball come to the centre of the field.
Almost juggled. Well, it was juggled, but almost dropped.
Well, I've had a tune to tackle. One peels off, isn't it? Bottom peels off. Fifth tackle.
And the kick gets downfield towards the halfway. Lost backwards. And what's the referee's called that forward as well?
Knocked on.
I think he said it went backwards and then was pulled forward at the second attempt. Might have been a tough call on the halfway.
They had trouble with that ball, hasn't she, young our little mate there, Lakaya?
So the sun
awkward
for some players. You can see there one of the players, Kia Turner, looking back across towards her bench. And the sun right in the eyes now, the shadow's starting to stretch.
I was going to say, because you're so small, there might have been in her eyes the sun. But
well, it can be a tactic to kick into this direction, and they might find themselves looking into the sun, or likewise for Toowoomba, kick to the far side as well.
I remember doing that when we played. We kick into the sun, to the corner.
Well, you would have played enough wing to know that late in an afternoon in the middle of winter, that low-angle sun can be very difficult if you're on the eastern side.
Oh, absolutely.
So a bit of a wrestling match here. Toowoomba Tiddas in possession, just on the right side of halfway. And starting to wind up here. A good run. Can they keep the momentum going? They just need to quicken these play the balls if they can. And Tapau with a good run. McDonald sends the pass on fairly late in the direction of Sutton. Hollis. It bounces for Maxwell. Maxwell still going. Fifth tackle. Hollis decides to run it. Pad pass. Goes behind Blair. And she is cleaned up and shoved back down.
A bit of a push and shove there. Just a bit of frustration.
Yeah, that's Ali Eagle. Just a little overplaying a hand, really. She could get into strife. It wouldn't have been a shock to see the referee say that's that's too aggressive. Unnecessary after the tackle was pretty much complete. Oh, again, can Country Tiddas, who are trailing 6 points to 0, get on the board? That's good defence, though. Sutton with the tackle, chases across from marker as well. They just can't escape here. Kia Turner put on a back. Country Tiddas finding it heavy going. Long pass is a good one from Horsewood, but it's put down. So I can see one of the players out there, I think it's Kia Turner, just looks to the skies, a little bit frustrated as well.
Yeah, she just went straight, just went to their hand. Bit of, just throw and hope, I think. Just got to just go for the hand, to stay patient. They're only 6 behind.
Now they've got to count the numbers and marshal the troops to pack the scrum again. Lavea Duncan coming right across from the right centre position to pack into the second row. And looks like Dempsey McDonald's been called over, a fullback. Stick your head in the scrum. Toowoomba Tiddas win the scrum. And Melita Tapau has a run. This is Maxwell, Mission Maxwell. She is on a mission.
She is, isn't she? Just a strong runner.
And they might have a crack at the right-hand edge. They will. Sends through Hollis. Is that Sutton cutting back in?
Oh, what a defence.
They keep it going the same direction. And a powerhouse run here is a beauty. It could go all the way. She will. Has she got it down, though? That's the question. Referee checks with the touch judges, and they are celebrating. Second try of the match. And in a low-scoring game, that could make all the difference. She just took them on and went hard at it. So 10 points to 0, the lead now in favour of Toowoomba Tiddas. That was a devastating run against a retreating defence.
They had plenty of opportunity, haven't they? And couldn't just hold that last ball, but the Toowoomba Tiddas have spun the ball wide and scored in the corner, so they defending them, haven't they? Defended so well, haven't they?
Yeah, they certainly have. And
I think the goal kicker is a Marley Wortley, the 5'8", I think, number 6. Oh, sorry, on the other side, sorry. Hannah Sutton, sorry. I was looking at the wrong one.
And I think in the lead up to that try, it was Amber Spicer. I might have said Sutton, but I think it was Amber Spicer put in a good run on the pass out to the try scorer. And I'll just wait for this conversion attempt from Sutton. No, it hooks across the face. And the try scorer, I'm pretty sure, was Michaela Maramoa.
Okay.
Michaela Maramoa with a barreling run down the right side. So no conversion, 10 points to 0. But Toowoomba celebrated as if that was a winning try. I guess it's been only the second try of the game, so they're hard to come by, and they certainly have got the upper hand now. Country Tiddas still have time if they're good enough. but they need to improve. Oh, that's a horrendous mistake. Chaser in front of the kicker. Unforced error. And that is the last thing they needed.
Yeah.
So Toowoomba Tiddas in control of this match right now with this penalty from the halfway line. Here's Morris. Look out, they're letting her go straight through. She's chased from behind, but I don't think Eagle can make the tackle. She can't. That's just too easy.
She's done it twice, hasn't she? She's been scoring 50 or 60 metres out, just running hard, running the spaces.
Well, she hasn't really even been that prominent in the game apart from the 2 runs.
That's exactly right. She knows when to lift. You know, she knows just whenever she does something like that, it lifts, doesn't it? She's done it twice when they really needed it. I think they're going to run away with it now and are dominant winners over the...
It's like she's got some shield of repulsion around her, a force field that they can't tackle her because she just takes off. And I think they see her coming and they know it's going to be difficult and... Yeah, the tacklers just fall off.
Yeah, no, you're right. Exactly right.
It's a tremendous run. We don't want to downplay the effort and skill of Savannah Morris, but it's a little bit disappointing to see the defence kind of dissolve in front of her so easily on 2 occasions. Only the 3rd try of the match. Sutton lining this up, Hannah Sutton. And the flags are up. It was low, but it was over. So Sutton now extends the score to 16-0. And if I thought it was a winning lead at 10-0, well, 16's even better.
Yeah, that's right. Just a bit of a cushion there now, isn't it, Ray? There's a bit of room. You can sort of relax now.
Yeah, well, it's surprising, really. You could just feel the tension and the excitement just before the game, but there hasn't been too much excitement really as it's developed. Country Tiddas, even though they've been close enough on the scoreboard for long enough, somehow or other just had the inevitable feeling about Toowoomba Tiddas going on with it. Now it's the expectation is becoming reality, 16-0. Here's Sutton. I should say, in fact, that is Kayleen Walsh, I think. No, in fact, I'll go back again. Amber Spicer it was in the green headgear.
I'm just liking the number 7 here. She's little Josie. She's just telling people where to go, what to, you know what I mean? She's in control, which is what all sides needs a halfback like that.
And you could see that Spicer made the mistake, put the pass down and threw her head in the air and then suddenly realised that it was play on and thought, well, I'm going to make up for it. I'm going to make this a tough tackle. Country Tiddas. The referee says, go back to the mark where you were tackled. Kaya Turner plays it and through Horswood. And that was Sabrina Wacho. And now Lakia Tarrant. 5th tackle. Will they run it or kick it? Or fumble it?
The ball just went to anyone there.
Yep, knock on the last tackle. Just getting a bit confused there as to what they were going to do and who was going to do it. And once again, the lottery at the scrum. Lavea Duncan runs over. I can understand that it does get a little bit confusing these days with so much interchanging going on. 17 players and here unlimited interchange. So actually, they do look a bit short in the back line at the moment. They've got 5 players there, plus Eagle, the runner. Good run from her. She's been one of the best for Country Tiddas.
That would have hurt.
Yeah, she's gone down hard, but she says she's okay. She's tough.
She's tough. That's good to see.
She's dished out a little bit, but she's willing to cop it.
She's tried very, very hard in this side.
Well, Country Tiddas, if they score here, it can get a little more interesting. And Eagle goes for the line herself. Eagle for the line. Very close.
Oh, goodness.
Just short. And now the dummy half dives through and...
Oh, held up.
Held up.
Well done. Well done. Very well done.
But she brings it back quickly. She wants to play on. She knows time's important. I think that is Langton. And Langton... No, in fact, the near try scorer was Worley. But they're still on the attack, and they've got one more play to go here.
She's going to go blindside, is she? There we go.
Goes to the left. And the grubber kick, as it turns out, they've had a bit of success with the high kick, both teams to that side. But that was meant to bounce awkwardly. It didn't bounce awkwardly enough. So Toowoomba Tiddas repel that attack and still leads 16 points to 0. 2 tries to Savannah Morris and 1 to Michaela Maramoa. And here she is, the wrecking ball. Savannah Morris, this time they've got hold of her, or have they?
Yeah,
Finally, in comes
strong.
Williams trying to put her on the ground. They weren't able to do that. Hannah Sutton.
Good run.
Weaving run, long striding run. Hollis inside. And Tapau keeps it going. 5th tackle already. And it goes to Sutton. Goes up, but not far forward. It dropped, and it's 6 more tackles. So that's the bonus they were looking for. Melita Tapau.
Oh, good tackle, Lakoya.
She looked like she was away for a moment.
She did. She's not going to go up, is she? Well done. Good chase.
And a bad pass is on the ground, and in the end it was kicked over the sideline by Lily Wilson, which gained her side 3 or 4 metres, but lost possession anyway. So Country Tiddas, one more chance for them. Oh, lost ball, and look out, pouncing on it.
Hang on.
The referee says it was knocked on both ways. I think it was Kayleen Welch came dashing after that football. She was smart enough to react. As the shadows lengthen here on field 5. 8 minutes to 5 p.m. local time. So we've got about 3 minutes left in this match. And a couple of changes for Country Tiddas as Elia Lumsden comes on, wearing number 9. But this looks like it's going to be a comfortable enough win for Toowoomba Tiddas after all. But I think they'll be looking for improvement in just the way they play the game for the finals. Taking a while to get the ball in the scrum. Finally it comes out to Hannah Hollis, or Josie Hollis, I should say. And there's the tackle from Sienna Costello. They keep it going up the short side. Lily J. Lene, the vice-captain, plays it through the hands of Jacopo Maori.
Footwork on her.
In the end, she actually did through the dummy and took the tackle. Now it's been a bad play the ball. And another knock-on. We must have had 20 knock-ons in this game.
In the first half or second?
Yeah, it just hasn't been the best performance by either team. You feel that they're capable of more. Even Savannah Morris has put in about 3 brilliant bursts and been relatively quiet the rest of the time. Maybe they're feeling a bit of fatigue after playing a couple of games today.
Yeah.
Here's Morris in defence now, coming over the top. Country Tiddas with a few last possessions. See what they can do with it as Hurlswood moves it to the left. They keep it alive out there. Watcho was involved. And there's the siren. And one last run for Sabrina Watcho. And that ends the game, and it's a victory for Toowoomba Tiddas. 16 points to 0. A good performance by them with 2 tries to Savannah Morris and 1 to Michaela Maramoa before half-time. 16 points to 10. Sutton kicking a conversion. And she put 2 over, in fact, in the end. So 16 points to 0. Toowoomba Tiddas, too good for Country Tiddas. And Toowoomba Tiddas, well, both teams might still be in the finals, but Toowoomba Tiddas, you'd think, are going to be higher ranked and one of the teams to beat. But they need to improve on that, nevertheless, to beat the best.
That's exactly right. They are a side that are the ones to, I think, worry about, aren't they? They played very well.
Certainly played well enough. Just quickly looking at possible 3, 2 and 1 point contenders for the best players on the field. Who have you got in mind?
Oh, I think our number 15, mate. She created opportunity when they needed it most.
She made the difference, didn't she?
Yeah, she made the difference. She stood up when it was needed.
Yeah, and Mission Maxwell and Michaela Maramoa put in a pretty good effort.
Absolutely.
Who else would we quickly consider? Hannah Sutton was involved in plenty of the action as well.
I did like Josie Hollis organising around the team and telling players where to go and being the first receiver, constructing, orchestrating where to go. So, she done a very, very good job of that. But I think when it comes to hard yards, doing the hard yards, Mission Maxwell and Michaela Morimoa were all involved as well. So it's a very hard job to do, isn't it?
It is hard to pick just 3 players out of approximately 40 players from both teams. And just a word for the 2 number 13s, Amber Spicer and Nevaeh Horsewood, also played well. And let's give a tick as well in Country Tiddas to the little number 2 who gave plenty of spirit, Lakia Tarrant. Lakia Tarrant. And in the second half, once we noted that it was Indy Buddha there, she put in a couple of moments as well. So a lot of players had a reasonably good game, but not too many standouts. Maybe Savannah Morris, the best of them, with 2 tries. So that wraps it up for now from Field 5. We've got one more match this afternoon to kick off at 5 o'clock. That'll finish with the lights on. Thanks to Nathan Blacklock. I'm Warren Boland, and shortly Tamara Creamer will be with you.